Hello, this is my impromptu review of Phil Knight's Shoe Dog. So I tell you how I picked up Shoe Dog. I was in the airport on the way back to Charlotte from Los Angeles in the airport bookstore looking for a good book, biography, or a memoir, something like that. Picked up a couple, put them down, and ended up picking up Shoe Dog. Obviously, I've been wearing Nikes for a while and know who Phil Knight is. But other than that, I didn't really know very much. So I'll start by saying a couple things. Phil Knight is a really good writer. He went to Stanford for business school, Oregon for undergrad. Uh, Very descriptive language. Articulates his points well. Very vivid language. I felt like I was there starting Nike with him, so that was really good. So the book picks up right after he graduates from college, talks a little bit about his undergrad experience. He was a college athlete, ran track, very influenced by his track coach, who ended up helping him start Nike, and up until the early 70s owned 49% of Nike. And then the company Blue Ribbon was actually uh, a project for one of his grad school classes. Uh, Dad thought it was crazy. He ended up being an accountant for a while, and started selling Japanese-made shoes in the U.S. out of his garage is how Blue Ribbon got started. And I want to say for the better part of the first 10 years, he had two jobs, mostly as an accountant and then selling shoes on the side, recruiting people to help him sell in different parts of the country and find retailers. Eventually, he felt like he was going to lose his main Japanese supplier, so decided to figure out how to make his own shoe. And I think it was the Cortez. What's his first shoe? That was one of his first shoes. So he found a factory that could make the shoe, but had to keep it a secret because he was concerned about breaching his contract with his Japanese shoe provider. Anyway, so things go on. It turns out that the Japanese shoe manufacturer actually found out about it and ended up suing him for a tidy sum. Good book. I won't spoil it all, but there was, even though I knew Nike was turned into a successful company, multi-billion-dollar company, I was still left on the edge of my seat several times thinking, oh my goodness, is he going to make it? There was a time when the bank was calling his notes, and I was worried that he was going to go bankrupt, but obviously that wasn't true. So the story progresses and actually ends with them going public. And then from there, of course, we know the rest is history. Nike is a multi-billion-dollar company. I think they did something like 60 billion in sales or something like that last year. Started out with $8,000 was his first year of sales. He met his wife Penny. They've been married for over 50 years. She was actually a student in one of his classes when he was teaching accounting at a local university. Very interesting book. I would definitely recommend it, even if you're not an entrepreneur. I think some of my takeaways were just felt, inspired to not to quit. The spirit of the athlete. One of the things Phil Knight says in the beginning of the book is life is play and we are all athletes. And I was inspired by that and a couple other quotes that he had. He quoted a lot of people. He seems to be a very well-read person, also inspiring me to be well-read. So anyway, check it out. Good book. On to the next one.